All right, my fellow YouTubers, my fellow Del Sol owners. Um, I'm so stoked right now. I've had my cage. This is my Cusco 6-point roll cage, as you can see. Um, I've had it for about a month now, a month and a half maybe. And I originally sat it in here, got it all bolted up, but with none of the rear interior back here because how? I looked up tried to look up countless pictures. I seen a few magazine cars that had the cage, but from what I could see, everybody just removed the rear interior compartment, the trunk space. Maybe these wall pieces they would stay up, the light gray ones they could put up, but I'm thinking if they don't have the compartment back there, then they're just not putting anything. So I always just seen the bare metal and paint. But I refuse to build into my car and have it all bare looking in the inside. So I wanted it to look as stock as possible. To me, it was like in my head before I attempted it, it was more of a job than what I could think. I was just like, oh man, how am I going to do this? I wanted my lids. The first thing I was thinking is maybe just take the lids off somehow and just cut a square in the bottom of this compartment here. But once I figured out that this pole wasn't like in this area, I seen that it was going to be in that corner. So from there, I just had to pull the compartment out and take it apart piece by piece. So from there, I just I ended up having to just grind apart this area. It's a lot deeper than what I'm just saying. I'm making it seem very simple, but I don't want to cut too much material off here just to be able to open this compartment like fully. I can stick my hand fully in there and grab whatever little stuff that I would put in here. And the good thing about it is I can still lock it. I contemplated just keeping it locked and closed, but once I figured out that I could just take a little bit more material, again, from here, it's just enough that I was able to work it out. So I'm just really stoked that everything fit. I have a universal harness bar that so you can see the red plates that's in there that connect to the end of it. I'm contemplating if I'm going to use it or not. My issue with it is that the bar that connects to this, there's a little there's the connection point here for the bar, the harness bar, that's right about this area. So I think I would have to slit and cut like a 1/2 inch notch in this, and I don't know if I want to do that. I was just so amazed that I was able to get the interior back in here, and as clean as it is, that I don't think I want to start cutting into this area, just being that everything fit back in here. I will have a harness, so the seat belts I pulled out, the stock seat belts, so I no longer will need them. The speakers, they will fit back inside. I just didn't do it because I just wanted to bolt up the interior. But if this comes up, if this bolts back up, then I know the speakers will bolt up as well inside. So I'm contemplating on if I'm gonna put the harness bar in here. I've seen it done before, but again, a lot of the people, they leave the interior out. And I don't want to do that. And then I don't want to cut into it so much that it just looks nasty. As clean as it is right now in the sense, I don't want to start cutting into the interior just for the sake of a harness bar when my second option is to get there's some clamps that I'm thinking about having made if I can't find them already pre-made. Some clamps that will clamp to both of these bars, and then I would weld a bar in between, and then of course I would paint it or get it as closely painted, if not just do red, because it's extremely hard to get a good amount of this Cusco blue paint. They sell the paint, but I think in very small quantities for like scratches and stuff, so it would be nowhere near enough, or I'd have to buy so much of it, and try to bulk together all that paint that it probably wouldn't even be worth it. So I think I would just end up just probably getting the bar powder coated red. I think that would save me a lot more time, and being that the car is red, that I could just it'll blend well, and not a big deal. But my actual harness bar, it is actually red as well. So let me grab the harness bar real quick. Bear with me 1 second. So this is my harness bar. Like I said, I would definitely have to do some customizing, as I can't even get it to get in here right now. There we go. This is my harness bar here that I have. So ideally what would happen is, let me get set, is, like I said, this would end up turning upwards, but again, like, I can barely turn it up even at this point, and I haven't even begun to start lifting it yet. So I don't think this is going to work out for me, this harness bar. It would have been perfect, but if I have to choose to have my interior just clean the way it is, or have this harness bar in here, then I'll choose to have the interior in here as clean as it is, and I'll just use my other option harness bar wise. Like I said, they have a clamp that would clamp here, and it would there's Allen key bolts that bolt the two clamps together, so I can then remove that harness bar as much as I want. I would just take the bolts out of the clamp, and then, like I said, I would just run a bar straight to the other side and clamp it here and just run it across, and then I would just use that as my harness bar. So I think that is what I'm going to be doing, because I do need a harness bar, being that I took the seat belts out. But I just wanted to just kind of share with you guys the video. I don't have the cage fully bolted in yet. I just wanted to kind of fab it up and see where I would have to bolt everything down, to see how the interior is going to fit and how it's going to work. I do have some seats that I did order, that's on some Sparkle seats that are on order. Been on hold, been on back order for a few months now, so I should be getting them any day now. But again, let me move this harness bar out the way. Yeah, I just that closed down. I just wanted to show you guys again. I'm gonna link my Instagram page down, as I'll be able to show you pictures of the actual cage outside of the car when I built it, and then just progressively as I'm installing it, along with other things that I'm doing with my Del Sol here. like I said, I couldn't find any documentation or any pics. They don't come with no instructions, the cage itself. But I couldn't come up with any kind of pictures to reference how you get this cage in here and keep your interior, and you probably won't because it's so much work involved in the sense. It was actually quite easy once I was able to take apart the compartment. Everything kind of comes apart in pieces. The lid comes off. It has screws that screw the lid in. Then the actual compartment inside, that actually comes apart that you would sit the stuff in. So once you're able to get all that apart, then you can start cutting away at the corners to then make sure it fits. I probably pulled this bottom compartment piece out maybe 10 or 20 times, just cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting because I didn't want to overcut and I didn't want it to be nasty. But like I said, I just wanted to show you guys the details that go into it, and that's pretty much it. I think I will end up doing a full-on video install-wise. Since I haven't drilled and bolted it down, I'll do an actual install where you guys can see how everything is put in here in the sense. Like I said, I was just so stoked to see how good I did this, and I'm mechanically inclined. It didn't really take a genius to do this, I don't think, but I thought it was going to be a lot harder than what it really was. So it's going to be put the seat back. It's going to be cool to see all this come together. I still have my stock seats in here, so you just put them back. And as you can see, the stock seats, they fit in here just perfect. They damn near go all the way back. I think it's at a point where it's hitting this back bar back here, if you can see that well. So I think at that point, that's where it's hitting. But you can see from that side, I mean, once it's all bolted down, I mean, that is a space that you will get. And that's with the seat in the car. So I think it's very nice in the sense, once everything is in here, and just knowing that you can have your complete interior in place. As I thought, you could not replace it all. And I'm not even sure if Cusco themselves put it in here with the interior. So, like I said, this is a first that I've seen, and I hope this helps other people that are wanting to put this Cusco cage in here and still have your interior. It just makes for a nice, clean look without it just showing a bunch of metal. I didn't want to strip it down. I'm not going to be racing the car or anything like that. I do like the roll cage. Whether I track it or not, I'm not 100% sure, but definitely for show, I wanted to make sure that all the interior was in here. So that's probably going to be the biggest thing. And I am going to be patting this down in the area, in the vital areas, just to make sure I don't kill myself if I get in an accident and my head bumps the bars. So spare me that comment about killing myself with the 6-point cage in here, as I will have it padded. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to go on and on about it. I just wanted to kind of show you guys the rear compartments here, as I had never seen it done before, and I did it. So I was really proud of myself in the sense, getting this done and it coming out so clean. So there's a little filing that I want to do in each compartment right on the edges. I want to round it off a little bit better. And maybe I'll put like a rubber seal or something like that along the edge of the plastic, just so it doesn't scratch up against the bars when I do open the compartments. But that's pretty much it. If there's any questions, concerns, or comments, definitely comment below. Please like and subscribe. I am going full on with this Del Sol. I am going to continue a vlog on it from start to finish. I've already broken down the engine. I've done the engine bay, repainted it. The car itself is just waiting to be brought in for paint. So while I just have it here sitting, I'm just doing the little things so when I get it back, I don't have to deal with too much. So until next time, people, like I said, like and subscribe, and that way you can keep up to date with this build. And again, if you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to let me know. I will be linking my Instagram page down if you guys want to go follow me there, and where you can see more detailed pics of all things that I'm doing to the car, as this is more of the video side. Alrighty, people, peace.